the only Mexican in school. Things I wish I knew when I was back in high school. And I say I was the only Mexican girl because this is very important. It affected my self-esteem. I thought white people were better than me, all that good stuff. But if you are having trouble not fitting in, you're the odd one, you're weird, this is the video for you. The things I learned after high school that would have helped me and made life easier back then, in this video, I'm going to be sharing them with you so you don't make the same mistake that I did. Number one, putting anyone above you. People's value does not come from how much money they have, how pretty they are, or their status. What matters is what's in their heart. Truly, that's what matters. I always believed blonde, white girls, they were tall, skinny, beautiful, and they were from the U.S. They had U.S. citizenship. I was like, they're just like better than me. Like, what? Like, I would always put them above me. No, bitch. Nobody is above you. People's value comes from what's in their hearts. And if somebody calls you fucking ugly, only if you choose to accept that will that become your reality. If somebody says you're ugly and you're like, oh my God, I am fucking ugly. They said I was fucking ugly. Now it's your reality. But if you say no, fuck you. You've chosen for that not to be your reality. So you don't live life as a fucking ugly person. But if you choose to accept it, you live your life as an ugly motherfucking person. So you're welcome. Number two, having no friends is normal. A friend of everybody is a friend of nobody. And I know a couple people who were a friend of everybody. But when it came down to business, they would be calling me like, hey, yo, can you help me? Like, bitch, I thought you had friends. No, they're all busy. A friend of everybody is a friend of nobody. Remember that, boo. Okay, you might think that being popular, being famous, being voted for is the shit. And like, I just want to be that so much. Life gets real. Shit gets real after high school. Like, shit gets real. Okay? All that doesn't matter. It's useless. It's useless in high school and it's useless in the real world. Okay? Remember to pick your friends very wisely. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. If you hang around with people who are not a good influence, don't want to see you succeed, and you have nothing in common with them, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's better to be alone que mal acompañada. Because either they can tear your future down, they can make you... Just that your friends have a lot of influence on what you do, what you know, what you learn, where you go, who you go with. That's something I wish I wouldn't have settled for, but... we're here. I have no friends. But in high school, I didn't choose the best crowd. Number three, master being unfazed. Many times in high school, we care about what people think about us. Where in high school, everybody has you in this mold. Oh, you're the shy girl, or you're the smart girl, or you're the sexy, you're the hot girl, or you're the hoe, whatever. It's very hard to get out of that mold because people already have a perception of you and they already have you in that mold. Once you agree to not give a fuck about what they think about you and you say, no, I want to be this and I'm going to be this. But many times when we want to change or we want to be something different or evolve, people judge us. People point fingers. People say we're pick-me's. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck them. Once you master being unfazed, you will not care about that shit. You will be who the fuck you want to be. And that's what mastering being unfazed is. And only then will you truly start to live because you're going to do whatever you want to do because you don't give a fuck. The amount of times I didn't do something because I cared what people were going to think, I couldn't even count them. There was a lot of times where I thought, no, because what are they going to think? Oh, no, like this and this. No, I was the quiet kid. I never got asked out in school. I didn't participate in bullying or praising this popular kid. And people thought I was weird. People thought I was boring. I didn't know why I didn't care. And I was like, dang, I wish I actually cared about these people. Or, I didn't. And now it's my biggest superpower. Mastering the unfazed era. It truly is a superpower. And you get to live your life. You get to do whatever the fuck you want. And like it or not, a lot of people have trouble with this. I had a lot of trouble with this, but not anymore. Back in high school, it was just a big thing. Anyway, number 4, Try as much things as possible in high school. When you're in high school, you have all the time that you want. You know, I used to go to school. I used to try. Remember, studying in school isn't all that. Like, it's not all that. It's not that important. Unless you actually do want to go to college and do that. I didn't. I knew I wasn't going to go. I wanted to go, but I couldn't. So I decided to just pass my classes and see how things went. I started working at 15. I wish, this is the very important thing. You have to do as many things as possible and try as many things as possible, but you must have impulse control. When you are learning a hobby, you have to have impulse control. Impulse control is when you don't give in to that feeling of, let me buy this, let me spend this money, let me go here, let me go there. You're committed and you're consistent with the goal you have in mind, and you're focused and you're determined. That's impulse control. I wish I would have had that back in high school. I learned this shit 3 years after high school. If you have impulse control, you will truly achieve anything you want in this life. You will have so many talents. You will have lived so many lifetimes compared to everybody, because you've tried so many things. The thing is, it's not that we don't have enough time to try all of these things. It's that we're not committed. So it takes for us years to even start. If you have impulse control, you're not going to give into that feeling of procrastinating and saying, I'll start tomorrow. You have impulse control. Impulse control helps you focus and be committed and consistent and just determined on your goal. So you're not distracted. But like I said, I wish I would have had this back in high school. But anyway, number 5, learn to be alone. Being able to do things alone is a superpower. Being able to be confident when you're alone is a motherfucking superpower. I have mastered this because I do things now. I do things that make me uncomfortable. And I've gotten to the point where I truly don't care. And it takes time to get here. I'm 21. I was in high school at 18, 19, 20, 21. It's been 3 years. I'm about to turn 22. Almost 4 years since I was able to master this. So this is not something that comes easily. But the more you do, the more confident you will be. The more things that you do that make you uncomfortable, the more confident you will be. So my sister, we went out to eat actually at a sushi steakhouse. We're actually looking at the menu. And she was like, I dare you to do push-ups. I was talking to her about how I don't really care about people and I can literally do anything in front of people. And she's like, all right, do push-ups right here, right now. I was like, say less. Do some push-ups. She was embarrassed for me. She was like, no, párate, ya. She didn't think I was going to do it. Like, bitch, I truly don't care. Like, why would I? So it's not something that comes easily. You know, I wave to people. I start talking to random people. I like doing things that make me uncomfortable. It gives me that sense of adrenaline. Like, I just like that adrenaline that I feel. It's not nerves anymore, but adrenaline that I feel. So I've changed it. It's awesome. It's awesome, and I truly hope the best for you, and I hope that you take my advice so you don't make the same mistakes that I did in high school. And I hope the best for you in high school. If you have any questions, comment down below.